Hello, peeps. Welcome to another episode of Boundless. In this episode, we are on the test server to check out the latest test release, which is release 181, which introduces a couple cool things. One of them being signs. So I wanted to jump on the test branch quickly and check a couple things out with the signs. So first thing we'll notice right away is that the character progression has been rebalanced again, and your skill points will be refunded. So you just gotta enter the warp to rebuild your character. So, which character actually am I on? Oh, man. Okay, it says I'm level 12. And I'm somewhere in Solemn. Okay. Now, it's been a while since I've actually played on the test server, and it kind of looks like we haven't they haven't copied over anything new for a while. So first things first, I guess we need to spend some skill points, and I'm only level 14 on the test server, so this isn't gonna be good. I can't compare what my players like on. Oh, okay, so we have they simplified the core. Well, I guess not necessarily simplified it, but they changed it. So you have basic crafting, the compass, scanner, creep, and advanced block placement unlocks more rotation options for placed blocks. And we still need to activate 4 in the core to unlock the next level. So for now we'll do scanner, and I'd rather have advanced block placement than creep. So in attributes, we got vitality, power bonus, control bonus, dexterity bonus, agility bonus, intelligence bonus, luck bonus, energy bonus, and attributes bonus. I'm not sure if any of that's changed. I want some power though, and a little bit of agility so we can run a little bit faster. Now in items, crafting, I believe one of these includes, okay, we want this one because this one includes signs, and we want this one because it includes advanced signs, because that's primarily what we're here to check out. And let's just grab a couple of these other crafting things. Let's grab a little bit of hammer mastery. Oh, they redid chisel mastery. Oh, look how... Okay, so this is different. Definitely different, because hammer mastery is way simplified. There's less options in hammer mastery, or in the masteries for like your different tools. It used to go quite a bit higher. Exploration. We're almost out of points already. Same with like the sling bow is simplified. These are all, I believe, roughly the same. Let's see if we can return to Sanctum and see if I can't teleport to my home. Alright, so yay, we can go home. Holy cow, this is like way different. Huh. So there's a little bit of an interesting little glitch. I have a one of those natural crystal blocks in my storage, and it's like displaying like super huge. I wonder if it'll do the same if I move it to a different location. I bet you I have. So let's put this up here once and see. Yep. Alright. So I don't know if that's been reported on the forums or not, but that's kind of crazy looking. So I wonder. Let's put one like right there. Oh, I wonder if I can find some more of this stuff. I think I need to actually try to put some points into my inventory space, because I'm guessing that I have more items in my bags. Yep. We're almost to a point where we're gonna level again. Let's cleanse that one. Open that one. Yeah, see, we have a lot more. And then let's go level. Okay. We got him dead. This is like crazy because like this is like old layout for my world, for my base here. Holy smokes, I'm almost dead. Will I get this eaten in time? Yes, I did. That was one more of the one of the updates in this, or changes in this update, was the cuddle trunks will shoot faster. And it is quite a bit faster. Holy cow. We'll probably end up dying here. I can't like double jump either. Alright, we're gonna try to ignore them. There's a couple of those natural crystal blocks over here. quite a bit faster. Wow, they're like rapid fire. Yeah, we're gonna end up dying. Oh, we might have survived. See, and unfortunately I can't pick up anything because my bags are full. Okay, here we go. Natural crystal. Let's grab a couple more I want to try. I see you over there, Mr. Spitter. Stay over there. No? You don't want to stay over there? Oops. So there was some other stuff. I'll read through some of the patch notes once we get... I want to grab a couple of these. I just want to play around with something. There we go. I want to grab a couple more of these natural crystal blocks. Hit the thing. No? Oh, I had it. Okay, there we go. So one of the updates is swimming motion. You're supposed to be able to swim better, and it looks like you do indeed stay above the ground or above the water level better. And you're supposed to be able to hop out of the water better. Okay, come on. No? Not gonna let me hit it. Okay, there we go. Those things are hard to hit. Alright, so let's get back up to safety of our house up here. So we'll go over a couple more of the other updates included in this new version. I didn't level though, did I? No. Kind of bummed that I didn't level. Or how much fuel I actually have left in here. 8 more weeks. Alright, so some of the other things that are included is improve the scale, rotation, and position of objects for storage plinths, baskets, and the GUI. Soften the warp edge VFX to look more consistent with the portal VFX. Let's see, I'll just skip over some of these other things. Consuming food and brews is now quicker. So that's kind of cool. Here we go. Do I have... Let's take a couple screenshots of this. Now, I don't even know if they really care if this is a bug or not because of the fact that it's not a finished block anyway. They made spitter projectile physics smaller. Fixed spitter shooting animation to be in sync with the projectile. A fix for characters playing the wrong animation when creeping after running. Updated how color of crafted output items are chosen. So I believe that's the fix. Oh wow. So there's okay, so there's different options now in the GUI for the workbench. You can filter by the different items, so you have decorative atheist. Those look new. Those look different. I wonder if you can even craft them. Let me check something. I'm not exactly sure what I have available for materials. I only have one compact ruby. Not sure if I have any other rubies. Which one is my compactor? Oh, I have a lot of rubies, but I don't have the points to mess with it. That workbench is full. Oh, actually that is correct. Or one other thing too is now you can, sorry I'm all over the place on this, but you can actually craft items directly out of your bags too. So we have decorative ruby. Single, we need a refined ruby. And power. Plus spark. So these must not be craftable yet because we don't have power in the game yet. So we got the different filters. We have blocks currently craftable. So this tells me all of this stuff. So let's craft a sign. Let's go back over to this one. Currently craftable. It's even sorted alphabetically. Well, let's just do it on this one then, I guess. So let's just craft. For starters, we'll craft one of each, if I can. Actually, let's craft 10 of the sign modules. Oh, there's 30 minutes though. And 10 of the signs. Okay, so some of the other stuff is updated all animations to have a short time to impact for a more responsive feel. Crafting and resources and equipment updated how color of crafted output items are chosen, which I believe is I don't have the recipes to try to demonstrate how it used to work, but you used to be able to basically say like in your refinery to craft refined gleam to do like a bulk craft. You used to be able to do I have some gleam? Alright, so let's dump some of this stuff off. Oh, that's a new thing too. So when you're trying to add stuff into a smart stack, so this is a full smart stack of 891. This one has 93. So I wonder if this is 48. Let's just take this. So this full stack should not fit in there. Okay. It's just a different play on the words. It doesn't mean like what I thought it was going to do. I thought if it was under 891, so say this was 890 and I tried to put this here, it would only take one off of here and add it to there, but that's not necessarily what it means. I'm curious to know what else I have in my bags. Seems like you have to get a lot closer to the storage to open it though. I don't know if that's just okay, let's just grab a couple of those. So what you used to be able to do to make refined gleam, if you wanted to make like red, a batch of red, but you only had like, see, I only have 7 red. You used to be able to put your color that you wanted to make in the first slot, your excess material in the second slot, and then craft that up. I want to make sure that this doesn't get used. So we have our red gleam, and we have our 363 yellow gleam, but we want 50 red refined gleam. So, or 36, yeah, 50. So we'll click on mass, hit mass craft. And it says that it's making yellow. So I'm curious to know how this actually plays out. Will it give me... It used the red. Will it give me one red and the rest yellow? Or will it give me all yellow? Will it just use the majority color? So if that's the case, if it kicks out all of one or the other, it might still be possible to work around it a little bit. So say you need, for refined gleam, you need, I'm kind of curious why I can actually mass craft. I didn't put no points into mass crafting. But say you need 36, so you put 19 red and 17 of a different color. You still could potentially save half of the amount. Alright, I want to test one more thing. I wonder if our portals are open. We're gonna have to go check that too. Of course, all of my... Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, I must have... Oh, we're kind of stuck here. I must have some workbenches in my inventory or some other machines in my inventory. Because when I went to add it to my inventory, it disappeared. That don't make sense though. It should have added it to where I selected it to go. Is there something in all of these? Alright, there's nothing in the mixer. Because you're supposed to be able to stack these like next to each other now. And you can. That's amazing. So now machines can be placed right next to each other instead of having to skip a space. Like what we used to have to do. That's why this is put together that way. And the other thing is workbenches are supposed to be the same way. And they are, so you can put workbenches right next to each other. Is it? I don't know. For some reason, the orb looks bigger. I don't know. So they added an option that's supposed to randomize the rotation and flip of resource decals on blocks. Not exactly sure what that necessarily means, but I'm assuming that when you're out gathering resources and you come across, say, some iron or any resource, I guess, that would be in the side of on the side of a rock, it could potentially, instead of all being the same, facing the same direction, they might have variations to them now. Yeah, all our portals are closed. Oh no, wait. Looks like one might be open. Connection failed. Retrying it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, 5 seconds. Yeah, I don't think it's actually open. So this one is supposed to be going to don't say. This one goes to US. I bet you that's so. Let's open portal. Hurry up! Hurry up! Open! 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 I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna hide. Hopefully, I don't get shot again. Let's go to Pixel Gate. Woo, we're safe. Alright, so now we're on Pixel Gate. So it'll be curious to see what Hey, we leveled up. Good deal. I need to invest some more. Fortunately, I need to put points into my bag space. And do I have anything up here? No, I don't. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take apart this workbench and bring this one back. So some of the other stuff that they got, beacon plots can now be colored from gleam to help distinguish between your different beacons. So we just happen to have some gleam sitting here. So when you go into your beacon, there's a new tab for color. So we'll take one of our gleams and we'll add it in there and apply color. Don't necessarily see anything anything... Oh, there was something. Where was that at? I thought I saw... I must not have. I thought I saw something that... Alright, so... How do we see... different colors? Do I have... Of course I don't have... I wish I would take a more current snapshot of the live world. I wonder if there actually is any portals actually open. I know there's some groups of players that play the test world more frequently. Jeff's portals aren't open. Curious if any of these portals are open up here. I doubt it, but nope. So I wonder if I have like the only working portal in Boundless test server. Alright, so what else did they change? They now allow non-activated portals and non-lock signs to be broken as individual blocks. Wonder if that means like I have a portal up in my house up here. I can try to take it apart and see what it does. So this one doesn't have anything in it, so I can take apart one block at a time. That's kind of neat. Although I didn't mind the other way either, that it all came apart in one section. Curiosity on places. Beacon. I don't know what beacon that is. Let's add this beacon. Add to beacon list. Okay. Places, beacon. I don't know. Did I not do it right with the color? Add gleam to above to change beacon color. Apply color. Again, I failed to see any difference. So maybe that part of the update isn't necessarily working yet. Too bad I can't get lucky and have no such luck in additional Oort shards or stones. This thing's open for 2 weeks, so let's mess around with the beacon coloring thing. See, like, I don't even see, like, my own beacon. See other people's beacons, but I don't see, like, my beacon. There's 2 portal tokens in there. That's kind of interesting. Alright, so let's grab a different color. We might as well grab red, since we're on Volpto, and Volpto is red. So color. Apply color. Only other thing that I could think of trying is putting this in your hand. And I don't see anything different with that either. So I don't know if I'm not doing something right or what, but so let's see. Some of the other things are machines, machine crafting, including spark cores and pipe networks, reworked for performance and stability. Generally speaking, you shouldn't notice the difference, except that various restrictions will now have been lifted, such as being more free with placement to put machines that are a different type right next to each other. For example, so that was one thing I was curious, is the way that that's worded makes me think that I won't be able to put, no, you still can't place. So like these workbenches, if you wanted to do like a row of machines, you can't do like just a solid row of workbenches. They still need a space between them, but if you wanted to do something like that, you could do that. I don't necessarily see anything different with the spark cores, the spark cords. Maybe if I grab some out and try to place them. Because I have some over here too that I'm using for fencing, and I don't see. They do pulse, and I wonder if that's only. And let's see what happens. So as soon as it's connected to I wonder if this will work now. No, you still can't like transfer power through a machine. Spark to be more precise, because power is a different thing in the game. So it says something about pipes will now also show correctly whether they are connected to a spark core with non-zero spark or not, so you can see if a pipe is able to transmit spark to a machine. This also helped fix bugs if you ever had longer pipes where the machine's UI would show the incorrect amount of available spark in the spark core was too far away from you. Spark cores are now constrained to only being able to place 4 of them together. I only have 2 in my configuration, so it's not. Or what is it? The spark cores are now constrained to be at most 4 blocks wide on any axis. I guess so. The way that I read it is the most you can have is be 4 tall or 4 wide, but I wonder if you can make a 4x4. I don't have enough spark cores to try it out. So machine pipes now have much tighter physics rather than being the full voxel size, and client will do a better job at predicting the changes to pipes and their neighbors when placing and removing them. The machine engines and advanced engines will now render lightning when connected and not fully worn. Machines can now machine engines and advanced engines will now render lightning when connected and not fully worn towards the machine that they are powering. Note that engines are available. Not that engines are available just yet for players to actually play with. Machines can now take ingredients from the machine output and player's backpack. There's some various fixes around the durability and wear of machines and spark cores. They did some fixes and updates to portals, so they should render better. And of course they implemented signs. So signs have a display text visible in the world and a longer piece of additional text that can be read by anyone regardless of permissions if they interact with the sign. So you'll be able to, where that'll work awesome is like in like a shop stand, being able to place a big stand up or a sign up that can draw somebody in, and then you can have additional information about your shop or what you're selling included in the sign. And players will just click on the sign and be able to read the additional text. Yeah, we're just gonna throw these in there. How close are we to getting some of our signs done? 30 seconds. Yeah. I don't really have a spot. We'll place signs on that wall there. While we're waiting, then the display text on a sign has a choice of regular, bold, or italic font and will auto scale to best fit the sign. The text is multi-line and be left or right aligned. Signs come in two types: standalone sign that is a fixed sub-voxel size and is placed and is like a placer that can be rotated. The others are combining signs, which are always 1 meter in size and will combine with neighboring sign pieces that are of the same block type, color, and direction to make up bigger and bigger signs, a 10 by 10 minimum or maximum. Alright, so we have our sign modules. Yay! So if we place these, you place one, you can interact with it. So this is what the GUI looks like. So edit text. This says no display text. This is showing you what you have in there now. So you click on this to edit the display text. So by hitting enter, it'll drop down to the next row. Otherwise, it'll just continue one long line. So if you look at that, so it's small and only readable when you're like basically right up next to it. So we can edit it by, we can move, so we'll backspace that, hit enter, that'll drop that down to the next line. That'll drop that down to the next line. And now it's bigger and readable from farther away. So the different text sizes, you can have regular, bold, or italic. And you can have it be centered, left aligned, right aligned. And then you can rotate your text. And then here's where you can type in additional text. And then this one you have a lot more, so now when we come up to it, we press E to interact. It's gonna be kind of tough because we're the person that placed the sign. Otherwise, a normal player would come up and they would see a different display. I don't have no way of showing that necessarily. Let's place, I want to place another one. So if you look at this one, the main display text has 128 character, and the additional text has 512 character. So out of curiosity, I'm wondering what happens if I combine these. Okay, so since I have words entered onto this, other signs won't combine to it. So if I delete all of this, now will it combine? No. So now we have one big sign. And it's still the same character count. But obviously it's a lot bigger sign, so you can see stuff from a lot farther away. And we'll put this as bold, this is bold, we want them both centered. That's pretty cool. So you can see those from quite a ways away. So the other thing, like, you could do, say, like if you had your shop, so say this said Twisted Foot Shop or Twisted Shop. Down here you could put in additional things like selling iron tools for 45C. Or you could do different things like that. So curious if it handles. Oh, it does. So you could do stuff like this. And then that stuff would be visible to other players that would interact with it. I think there's a misspell there, a spelling error. Let's screenshot that. It says test shown. I think it's probably should say text shown if another player interacts with this sign. Says the combining signs will be placed as crates similar to machine blocks, and whenever a valid rectangle is made, will be replaced with proper sign pieces. Well, we've seen that as I was adding the different blocks or the different sign pieces. Once a combining sign has had text added to it, it will stop combining and will be broken as a whole. And we saw that too. I guess I should have read some more of this. once a combining sign has had text assigned to it, you can then rotate the sign text and change its properties. Signs have fixed physics similar to a door piece but thinner, so will be collided with and walked on top of. The standalone subvoxel size signs will still have a fixed physics shape the same as combining ones. Some of the other stuff then is character now doesn't start placing blocks until the mouse selects a valid place to put a block. This makes building vertical columns far easier than just look down, hold, place block, and jump. Because right now it was kind of a pain on the live. Hey, there's my workbench. On the live servers, you'd have to time your jump just right to be able to nerd pull up. So now you should be able to just look down, hold your mouse button, and jump. Oh, that's cool. It works good too. So now nerd pulling will be a lot easier. Fixed projectiles failing to hit the player often when the player stood right next to a wall. Couple physics tweaks and fixes, stuff with edge climb. Some changes to creatures' resistance is now a percentage chance to take no damage rather than a damage reduction. Elemental creatures' resistance is now consider element class. And some fix for creature idle animations. Creatures will randomly pick a new idle animation each time they complete an animation. And then like the cuddle trunk projectiles now fire faster, which we saw. And they actually do fire pretty quickly, and they're rapid. They can rapid fire too. Death, a new presentation has been implemented for when you die. You now need to hold the right mouse button to return to the sanctum after you died. So, I don't like how close you have to get to the storage blocks to get them to show up. Alright, so we took all our tools out, and for science, we're gonna go die so we can test this out. And I didn't die. Uh-oh. Shoot me, Mr. Spitter. I want to see how small their projectiles are. Oh, they are pretty small. They're not very accurate, though. There you go. Okay, I'm not even moving. There you go. One more time. Okay, so that's the new death animation. It says a negative status effect is now applied when you have been defeated. The death sickness reduces your attributes temporarily. So now it says you have to hold the right mouse button to return to the sanctum. So we've resurrected. We are now at, your health is restored to 25% now. It used to be 50%. After you died, you'll need to consume food to replenish your health. These changes are part of the new resurrection system where players can resurrect other players. So while we're in here in Sanctum, it says, for Sanctum tutorial objectives and progressive, all skill points have been reset. Visit the skill screen to reallocate them. The crafter feats have been split up into the following categories. So if you look at your feats, you now have basic crafter feats and advanced crafter feats because there was too many for one category. So the changes to skills, they've added advanced block placement skill to allow choice between fully rotational placement and simple placement. So I'm kind of curious of how that varies. Reduce the number of mastery skills from 10 down to 5 and balanced effects across them. So like what we noticed when we first logged in is now there's only 5 mastery options. Added chisel skills to allow use of precision chisels, part of the tool mastery tree. So now your chisel mastery, so now instead of just being able to go out and buy whatever chisel you want to be able to chisel with, you actually need to invest points into the chisel mastery to be able to unlock the additional chisel shapes. So one's got precision, square chisel, slope chisel, and bevel chisel. They increased the number of skill points gained to be 1,200. It used to be 1,000 at level 50. And the skill tree and the number of skill points is still a work in progress and will continue to change in future releases. Rearranged resurrection and rage focus skills in preparation for the release of these features in the future. The number of items required to complete hunting creatures has been reduced. I believe that was, if I remember from... Oh, I wonder if I can get a lot of points from this. Hunting creatures. I believe, yeah, I believe this used to be 10. Oh, it's complete. There's actually a couple that I can actually track and do. There's now an objective for fixing machines. Too bad I can't complete these. The number of items required to complete time to collect resources have been reduced. The fire pit and crucible objective have been merged into a single objective, and the UI for objectives shown on the HUD has been improved. So that's what we're seeing in the upper left corner. Remove the sprint skill. You can now sprint from the beginning of the game. Yay! Main menu, they added a knowledge tab A knowledge screen with the information of resources and recipes currently unlocked by the player. Press K to access the screen. So it's got a hotkey of K. So this tells us all our recipes and resources. So out of curiosity, let's look at some of what it says. So copper ore, let's actually look at some gems. So rough ruby is a rare crafting ingredient. You click on it. It's an unpolished stone containing what appears to be ruby, used in the crafting of a ruby torch. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily tell us. I like how it tells you like what the ingredients are. And it tells you what the difference. So the question mark ones are, it's a question because you don't know it yet. So I like that it shows all of the information. It even tells you which skill is required. Okay, so we can filter by weapons, tools, props, machines, and items, blocks, and none. So the filter works both ways. So you can cycle through it on the right hand side or the left hand side. The social section has been removed. That was where friends used to be at. Now friends are located underneath your character screen. So now you have your friends are located under here. And you can filter between online and done. Improved footer legend information for all GUI menus. The completed section of the journal has been merged into the objectives section to complement the new filter system. So that's why there used to be an extra tab for completed. So you can now cycle through between available. Cannot collect in Sanctum. I might have an objective to collect. Alright, let's run back. So I don't see anything on my HUD. Unless I sat in Sanctum for so long, I don't see anything on my HUD showing that I have like a debuff on me. It's totally possible that I sat in Sanctum for so long. Okay, so we're back in here. So let's go into our journal, objectives. We've filtered over to completed to collectible. There's even a filter for collectible. So capital of the world. Take a tour of the capital's largest and most prestigious. This must be a new objective, because I don't remember this one. The largest and most prestigious settlements on each known world. Capital cities are populated by other player citizens who contribute to the area by building shops, homes, and unique monuments for others to discover. To find your current capital, navigate using the yellow symbol on the compass. Capital cities on other known worlds can be seen by pointing your totem at another world in the sky. So we did that. We got 500 XP for that. I should have a spanner somewhere. Let's grab our spanner out. So this one actually, so it tells you when you look at them. This one's got 10% wear. Oh, you actually get XP now from repairing your machines. Okay, so this one is done. So let's see what we got out of our contents. We got 50 yellow. So it used the 1 red and turned it all into yellow. So out of curiosity, I'm going to waste some gleam. We're going to grab 19 blue. And we will grab 17 yellow. So this should give us enough to be able to craft a mass batch. Oh, hang on. It's trying to take it out of... Put all of that in there. So we shouldn't have any gleam other than the refined gleam. Alright, so now let's look. Recipes, refined gleam, mass. It says we have 36 required, 36 available. Mass craft. So remember we have 19 blue and 17 yellow to make up our 36. And it's showing that it's crafting yellow. I'm curious to see what that looks like at the end. Oh, the beacon permission tab now shows all your characters as well as your friends. That is a huge one. So, but go into here, go into permissions. I should be able to find I don't see me. Maybe I need to enter the world with them. Let's try it once. Let's return to Sanctum. I'll log in with my twisted alt. Maybe it's just because they weren't. Actually, you know what? I know what it is. This snapshot was from so long ago that I probably don't have yet. I don't have any alts. So let's just create a quick alt. We're going to run through these as quickly as we can. See you later, man. Do like that it actually works to put you close to where you actually aim. So out of curiosity, this this shop has a lock on it. If it adds me to the beacons, I should be able to... I can't get into it. This is a dangerous world. We're gonna try to run up to the house. I'll have to log out. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Hey, Mr. Spitter, stay over there. You can't get me anyway because I'm above. This will be a pretty big update. So if I'm able to see all my characters on my beacons now, so now that we're here, let's return to Sanctum. Hopefully no friends try to drop by. And then we will character select back to Twisted Foot. Go to our beacon. Permissions. And there it is, Twisted. So now I can give myself... This is so awesome. So this means I'm really glad that I tested this out, because then this means when this gets pushed to live, I can actually do the do what I was planning on doing with using Twisted as my crafting alt, and I won't have to put any points into crafting on Twisted Foot. So I can spec him to be a gatherer and a builder. So let's test this out once. So we're going to return back to Sanctum. And let's switch characters quick. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a low enough level that he shouldn't attack me. But I don't want to open the door and let him in. Yay, it does work. So I can get in here and I can access all of the machines. Awesome. That's a big deal. I like that. Added a filter bar in machine, knowledge, character, objective, and universe menus. Yep. Furnished crafting GUI as a perfectly smooth timing bar showing the crafting process. It's funny that they put perfectly smooth. Improved. The GUI now correctly clears the information about what is going to be burned when you remove the inputs. Improved UI objective log presentation. Show mastery effects on item detailed information pop-ups. So if we look at If we look at this and we right click on this, Boundless stopped working. I don't know if I wanted to click that. So some of the other fixes. So let's see if this crashes again. Let's try the diamond cluster this time. Okay, so if you right click on... Alright, so I might have found a bug here. I'm going to try one other part. I'm gonna leave this uncut too, just because I know it's kind of a longer video, but I'm playing around on the test world, and in case the developers want to look at something. Alright, I don't know if maybe it's because of the natural crystals being in there too. So we'll go over to these ones over here and try it here. Nope, it crashes there too. Alright, I'll have to look and see if that's been reported on the forums or not. I'll just keep hitting submit. So they have resolved some known issues. Breaking a campfire during the initial tutorial will reset some objectives and display the build a temporary campfire objective again. That's been fixed. Fix the bug where if you spend a skill point before the tutorial asks you to, you'll be required to unlearn and relearn the skill again. Fixed of some feats not shown in the GUI, and a couple other fixes. So that's the main highlights as far as I'm concerned. I will post a link to the forum post for the patch notes for this update in the description below. And as the sign says, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit the like button if you liked what you saw. Again, I'm Twisted Foot, and I will talk to everybody later. Bye now.